Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today, we're doing something a little different.
Yeah.
Our source isn't the usual articles or studies. We're actually diving into the H7O Ministry's daily devotional.
Oh, great stuff. The
Yeah,
H7O community does amazing work with that.
exactly. And the focus today is humility, the pathway to divine exaltation.
Oh.
It's a really core idea in, well, what the devotional calls the kingdom of God.
God's way of doing things, basically.
Yeah.
His values.
Right. So our mission here is to kind of unpack the surprising truth that, real exaltation, real honor, it comes through humility. We'll be looking at lessons from Jesus himself.
Sounds good. It's a counterintuitive idea for sure.
It really is.
Yeah.
So let's start with the scene, the devotional highlights from Luke 14. Jesus is at dinner at a Pharisee's
A
house,
religious leader's home, yeah.
and he watches the guests like scrambling for the best seats, the seats of honor.
That desire to be seen is very human.
Totally.
Yeah.
But you get the sense Jesus is seeing more than just, bad table manners.
Oh, absolutely. He's looking right past the behavior to the heart issue, that drive for self-exaltation.
Wanting to lift ourselves up.
Yeah, it's this default human setting almost.
Yeah.
We want to claim our own importance. It's not just ancient history. It's us now.
And then Jesus drops this bombshell, this totally reversed principle. He says, for everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted.
Boom. The kingdom's logic turned completely upside down compared to the world's way.
It really is. God lifts up the ones who actively choose to lower themselves. It's not just spiritual ether either, is it? Think about work or teams.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the person always grabbing the spotlight can sometimes, push people away, whereas quiet, steady contribution often builds real respect over time.
That's a great parallel. And it ties right into the core principles the devotional draws out about divine exaltation, being lifted up by God.
Okay, like what?
Well, first off, self-promotion. That's basically the enemy of it.
An enemy. Strong words.
Yeah, because if you're busy showing off for people, you kind of forfeit the reward God might have had for you.
That makes sense. And the devotional is clear. Humility isn't thinking less of yourself, right? Not like I'm worthless.
Exactly. That's a key distinction. It's not about lacking value. It's an awareness of where your value comes from. Dependence.
Dependence,
Yeah.
like recognizing it's all a gift. Grace.
Precisely. Every talent, every breath, it's recognizing we depend on God for it all,
Yeah.
which is tough in a world that often sees dependence as weakness.
Right, we're taught to be self-sufficient.
But the devotional frames the kingdom differently. Not a stage for your solo act, but like a table where everyone's served.
A table of service? I like that.
And the closer you get to Jesus, the less you find yourself needing that external applause,
Yeah.
Because ultimately, God's the host of the banquet. He knows where everyone should sit, the right timing. Real honor comes from him, not our own scrambling.
Okay, so that brings us to the practical side. How does this actually look day to day? The devotional asks some really searching questions.
Yeah, they're challenging.
Like, have I been living to be seen, applauded, or recognized by people? Oof.
Right. It's close to home for many of us, I think.
Totally.
Hmm.
And in what areas do I need to surrender my thirst for validation to God? And then this one, what does it mean in practice to occupy the last place?
Those really force you to reflect, don't they? But it's not just questions. There are actionable suggestions, too.
Yeah, good. Like what?
Like practicing service quietly, doing good things without needing everyone to know. Remember Matthew 6, the Father sees in secret.
And he rewards.
And
right?
Embracing the hidden places. Understanding that real impact, real transformation often starts small, unseen, with gratitude for that.
Gratitude for being unseen. That's tough but powerful.
And maybe the hardest, praying for a heart that genuinely celebrates when others are lifted up.
Ooh, yeah, because the humble don't compete.
They celebrate, exactly.
And looking at the other readings mentioned, Philippians 2, James 4, Proverbs, they all echo the same theme, don't they?
Consistently. Jesus washing feet, Paul talking about Christ emptying himself. Matthew 23, the greatest among you will be your servant.
It's unavoidable. The message is crystal clear from the source material. In God's kingdom, the way up is actually down.
It truly is.
Yeah.
Kneeling to serve puts you closest to real, lasting exaltation. It turns worldly wisdom on its head.
It absolutely does. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening to reflect on.
Yep.
Could it be that humility isn't just a pathway to God's glory, but the very place where his glory actually rests and shines most brightly?
Something to definitely chew on.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today, exploring the H7O Ministries devotional.
My pleasure.
And a big thank you to the entire H7O community. Your engagement and support mean the world.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to learn more about the ministry or consider supporting its work, please do visit h7o.life.
That's h7o.life.
Yes. Have a truly blessed Saturday, everyone.
Thanks.
And we'll connect with you again tomorrow. Blessing.